Hey, point of viewers, we are going to continue on with our lesson on point of view today. And we've been talking all week, in fact, for the past couple of weeks about point of view, how an author thinks or feels, and we use our details within the text to come up with what we think the author point of view is. We are going to work today in our Wonders Anthology book, big word, big book. And you'll need your trifold graphic organizer. And we are going to be on page 416. And again, we've been reading nonfiction expository text this week, and we are going to continue on with that with a story about wildfires, an expository text about wildfires. We learned about camels, we learned about rescue dogs, you read about the meatless burger, and today we are going to read wildfires. Sorry, I'm trying to speak up my book here. Okay, this is an expository nonfiction text. And we see all of our photographs of a wildfire. Pretty bad. Remember, before we start filling these out and before we read it, we like to preview the graphic organizer, the trifold, to sort of activate our brain while we're reading, we're thinking of these things. Use page 417 to add details to the tree map. So some positive things and some negative things about wildfires. Use the information on page 418. How do fires start? So we have the effect, we have the result, which is a fire. How do they start? Okay. So this box is for 417, which is this page. Okay. Wildfires are scary. Flames leap from one tree to another. Sometimes they move faster than a person can run. Wildfires can be disasters. They can burn trees, destroy homes, and cost human lives. But wildfires are not all harmful. They can help you as well as hurt. Burning old trees lets small young trees grow. Some trees, such as giant sequoias, need fires to release their seeds. Wildfires are not endings, but a part of the cycle of the natural world. So our chart, our organizer, we need to get 2 positives and 2 negatives about wildfires. So the way I read it, the negatives were in the first paragraph and the positives were in the second paragraph. So let's go back and see if we can find 2 negatives in the first paragraph. That last sentence tells us, right? Burn trees, destroy homes, and cost human lives. I don't want to write that. But negatives would be burn trees and destroy homes, which is sad. Okay. And then we're going to look at that second paragraph for our positives. Burning tree lets small young trees grow. Some need the fires to release their seeds. Okay. Lets new young trees grow. And it, there I go. Fires release some seeds. Okay, now we're going to go to the next page, read it, and look for the cause of the fires. How do fires start? And we can see that there's going to be 2 answers. So on these 2 pages, we see a caption, lightning strikes a mountain in a wilderness area in Colorado. That is some big lightning. Well, we're used to that here in Florida, aren't we? How fires start. Heat causes fires. A flash of lightning can start a fire. So can an accidental spark from a campfire. A leaf starts burning. The heat sets fire to more leaves. The flaming leaves set fire to a branch. Then the whole tree is on fire. The heat sets fire to a nearby tree without even touching it. A huge raging wildfire can set ablaze by a flame from a careless match. Fires also need fuel and oxygen to burn. Dry wood or dry grasses are the fuel of wildfires. Oxygen is an invisible gas in the air around us. Wet wood rarely burns because the water keeps oxygen from getting to the fire. That's why water is splashed on fires to put them out. Did you know that? Okay. So we are going to figure out, how do fires start? There was a lot of causes, right? If you work backwards to a fire, the heat from a fire to a nearby tree can start a fire. An accidental spark from a campfire, the leaf starts burning and then it moves to more leaves. Okay. So how do fires start? They can start by an accidental spark from a campfire. And the effect, the result would be a fire. Okay. And the heat, it said the heat from a fire, the heat sets fire to a nearby tree without even touching it. Okay. So it can be so hot, it doesn't even have to touch the tree. That's how it spreads. Heat from fire sets fire to trees without touching them. So that box is kind of small for that. So you could just write heat from fire sets fire to trees. You don't have to write without touching them unless you want to. And then our effect is that there's a wildfire. Very scary. Your job right now, again, now that we're moving into, well, getting towards the end of the third quarter already, your job now is to complete box number 2. And you will have a discussion post about the details and that last one. So you're going to turn the page and read the next 2 pages and answer these questions. So it's giving you the point of view. Wildfires are not all bad. Okay, so it's giving you that point of view. You provide 2 details to support wildfires are not all bad. What are 2 things about wildfires that are not all bad? Okay. Why is putting out small wildfires a bad idea? I also want you to do a discussion post for that as well. So 1, 2, 3 sentences for your discussion post. Sentences do not start with the word because, okay? Putting out small wildfires is a bad idea because, right? Okay, here's your point of view. You are to type in 2 details to match why wildfires are not all bad. And then you will also need to answer this question. Tomorrow we will do box 3 and you will do box 4 and 5. And we will continue on with our author's point of view, reading our nonfiction expository text. And there you go. Lots to learn in this week for sure. Okay. So remember, that point of view is what the author thinks or feels. And we're using those details. Well, they gave you the point of view. You get to come up with the details. So kind of working backwards. I know you can do it, and I'll see you tomorrow for the rest of Wildfires.